first batch I got a little overdone, so if you get a piece of that batch and the bacon's too crispy, that's my fault. But
how do you do it in an oven? I've never done
you can do it on a cookie sheet. You can do it on like a broiler.
Put paper towels?
No, you and really you don't even have to spray it with cooking spray. I did a little bit since I hadn't used this one before. It wasn't a seasoned pan that I knew that well. But you just lay the slices down, and I start on 350, but usually end up turning it up a little bit based on the bacon and how it goes. But you just check on it every couple of minutes and turn it once or twice, and then you pull it out.
Like 30 minutes? Or?
Oh, well, it kind of depends on the oven, but usually like 15 maybe. It depends on the oven. This one took a while, but we started with the oven cold and brought it to temperature, and by the time we were done, it was cooking fairly well. But, you know, because I can't, when I make it in the skillet, I can never get it to, you know, do right, and so that was the best way I found. And one of the things you can do with it also is when you do it that way, you can partially cook it and stick it, wrap it up. I usually lay it on a paper towel to drain and wrap it up, put it in the refrigerator, and then if you want to make a BLT or something for lunch the next day, you pull it out and stick it in the microwave for 20 seconds and it's done.
So regular oven, not microwave?
Right, just a regular oven, 350, and really almost the hotter the better. If it's too hot, you can kind of watch it, but between 350 and 400, just, and I just take the tongs and pull it out and turn it once, and I love to use tongs and cut things, and so. All right, so the next thing we're going to do, we've crumbled the bacon in the bottom of the pie shell, crushed the bacon. So we're going to get a cup of Swiss cheese, which they sell here at Food City already chopped. Best thing my husband ever gave me was a food processor a couple of years ago, so I love to run mine through the food processor, but
you can get it already chopped.
Anything I can run through the food processor is fun for me. So. And then we're going to do a third cup of onion.
This one? Ta-da.
I went extra with the cheese and lighter with the onion. I hope that doesn't offend anyone. I
don't think they'll hold it against you.
I always thought Quiche Lorraine for some reason had spinach in it, but it doesn't. And then we're going to whisk together the eggs and milk. Something I learned from a person named Rachel Ray, I don't know if many of you know her, but she and I are very good friends, is when you're stirring up the eggs to break the yolk first and stir it around. It'll help do that better instead of just reaching in there. And also, if I'm cooking anything with eggs where I'm going to heat the egg, which most of the time you always heat the egg, I put them out on the counter a little bit before and almost let them warm up just to kind of help the whole recipe. It seems like they do better if they're a little, not really cold. Then we're going to put in 2 cups of half and half, which that's going to make it very good.
I'm just here for the microphone.
And then if you want to put in the salt and pepper.
Well, that's easy. How much it is?
It says 3/4 a teaspoon of salt and 1/4 a teaspoon of pepper. So I just measured out. We're just going to kind of eyeball this. I don't know if you all have seen these. I love the salt grinder. It makes me feel like I'm a professional chef when I can use that salt grinder. So that and the pepper grinder too. They sell them individually, or you can buy the kind that you.
These people don't know you're not professional.
You use white pepper or?
We used black pepper for this, but you could use white pepper.
I've done the same recipe, but instead of pepper, sugar. A quarter teaspoon of sugar.
It never hurts to have a little sugar.
Can you join us up here?
No. This is the only one I know.
Okay, so we're just going to pour this over gently. Wow. I made one ahead of time so it would maybe be right. And this fills up. I use the deep dish. I can't imagine how you'd get this in a regular 9-inch pie shell, so I'm glad we got the deep dish. Started on 425, and then in 15 minutes we're going to cut it down to 300, and hopefully it will be ready when we're finished.